You ever notice how some nights feel like they're waiting for something to happen? Like the air knows a secret before you do, because this story begins on one of those nights. A night soaked in rain, and two strangers who had no idea their lives were about to brush against each other, just long enough to leave a mark. It was raining, the kind of rain that doesn't ask permission, the kind that blurs streetlights, soaks your shoes in seconds, and makes the city feel smaller, quieter, more honest. She ducked under the narrow awning of a closed bookstore, shaking water from her jacket, laughing softly at herself. Long day, missed bus, phone at 2%. Of course. A second later, someone else slipped under the awning too. Sorry, he said quickly, already stepping aside. No, I'm fine, she replied. And just like that, they were sharing 3 feet of dry ground, listening to the rain hammer the pavement like it had something to prove. They didn't look at each other at first. That's how strangers usually do it. You pretend the other person isn't there, while being very aware that they are. The rain kept falling, harder now. So, he said after a moment, gesturing toward the street. Looks like we're stuck, she smiled. Seems that way. There was a pause, not awkward, just open. You live around here? He asked. Not really. I was supposed to meet a friend, but... She lifted her dead phone. Technology betrayed me. He laughed, a real laugh, the kind that escapes before you can stop it. Yeah, I've been there. I was heading home from work. Thought I could outrun the rain. He glanced at his soaked shoes. Clearly overestimated myself. She noticed then, his tired eyes, the loosened tie, the way he leaned back against the glass like the day had been heavy. What do you do? She asked. He hesitated, then shrugged. Office job, nothing exciting. Mostly emails, and pretending meetings could have been emails. She laughed again, louder this time. And you? He asked. I tell stories to kids. Well, I try to. I teach, but my favorite part is when they forget they're in a classroom. That actually sounds exciting. It is, she said softly. On good days, the rain softened, just a little. Enough to hear the city breathe again. They stood there talking, about nothing at first, favorite foods, worst movies they secretly loved, the strange comfort of late-night train rides. Then somehow, without either of them noticing the exact moment it happened, the conversation shifted. She told him about how she'd moved to the city thinking it would make her feel bigger, and instead, it sometimes made her feel invisible. He told her about the version of himself he used to be, the one who thought he had everything planned by now. Neither of them judged, neither of them tried to fix anything, they just listened. Rain does that, you know. It lowers your guard. It makes honesty feel safer. At one point, she realized she was no longer cold. At another, he realized he'd stopped checking the time. Then her phone buzzed to life, 1%. A message finally came through. There you are, her friend had texted. I'm at the cafe down the street. She sighed, smiling. Perfect timing. He nodded, but there was something in his expression, a quiet reluctance. Well, he said, pushing off the glass. I guess this is where we stop being strangers who share an awning. Guess so. The rain slowed to a drizzle. The night felt unfinished. She hesitated. Hey, this might be weird. He smiled. Tonight feels like it allows weird. She laughed, then held up her phone. Do you want to stay in touch? He didn't answer right away, just took out his phone, typed his number, and handed it to her. Only if you promise to tell me one of those stories someday. She saved the contact. Deal. They stepped out into the rain, walking in opposite directions, both glancing back once, not waving, just remembering the moment. They didn't fall in love that night, not exactly, but sometimes something quieter happens. Something just as important. Sometimes two strangers meet at the exact moment they need to be reminded that connection is still possible. That being seen doesn't always take a lifetime. Sometimes it only takes a rainy night, and the courage to talk, and even if they never meet again, that night stays with them, like the smell of rain on concrete, like a story you don't forget.